Yeah, this is how we do it.
I've been fortunate coming up in the music industry since 1990. And when I started my agency, we started working with corporate brands, and that's become, back then it was taboo working with corporate. It's like you couldn't work with corporate. Now it's at the point where, with all the cracks in the foundation of the music business, there's a lot of money and a lot of opportunity for artists with corporate. And we were doing something with KRS-One and a brand, and at the press conference, they asked him, what do you think of the corporatization of hip hop? And Chris took a second, he kind of laughed, and he said, don't ask me about the corporatization of hip hop, ask me about the hip hopitization of corporate America. And I mean, that's what these guys have done. They've changed the game, and coming up, like, it's a balance, right? Because you have to control your content, you gotta say what's on your mind, but like Jim, you won 3 years in a row the Converse basketball tournament. But you got involved, you got in the commercial with Dr. J, and you've been able to really craft your position on how to work with corporate brands. Like, how does that go?
I love corporate brands. I mean, they pay you good, and I'm all about the money at the end of the day. You find your lane and you get to the money, but as far as corporate, then it helps promote your brand, it helps market your brand in a way that you probably couldn't do by yourself from an independent perspective. So if you get a chance to be with somebody like Converse for 3 years in a row, and then every year they doing something that's orca big, like the commercial with Dr. J, for me, that's what we want. Like, I know that transcends the people seeing me, and then they want to know what I'm doing, then they type up my name on a computer, then they see I got something new out, and by chance they might buy the single. You know what I mean? So corporate America, if somebody from corporate America here right now got some checks they want to sit down and talk to me, we could do that too. That's what it's all about.
Anyone else?
You know, I can chime in on that. It's I think it's important to align with brands, but I also think it's important to have somebody representing your best interest, because maybe your brand doesn't align with the artist or your artist brand, right? So what if you're sponsored by Pepsi and then somebody tries to run a Coke ad in front of your content? What happens then? You know, yeah, you might be making money, but maybe it's not brand safe. Maybe there's a product you're like, I don't mess with that product. I don't want anything to do with that product. And yeah, the paycheck might be good, but maybe it alienates some of my fan base. And ultimately, that's what you have. You have a fan base, so you have to continue to nurture that and grow that fan base. So, you know, yes, it's important to have sponsorships and be able to license your music for certain content deals, right? But I think even more so, it's about protecting your interests, especially online, because, yeah, I mean, man, right overnight, you could have something go crazy wrong. And look at Jameis Winston in Florida State right now. He might have messed up a few times, but they are absolutely attacking this guy left and right.
Yeah, I think as an indie, you have to say no a lot more than you say yes.
Yeah, this is how we